It has a very clearly pregnant lady with like the red circle with the slash through it. It just says, alcohol can cause lifelong harm to your baby.
Hey, that was pretty good.
Welcome back to Short Pour. We are your hosts. I'm Chris.
And I'm Brandon.
And this week we have another abroad beer. We have a beer brewed in New Zealand. Thanks again to my brother-in-law, Brendan.
Hey, all right.
So we have the KPA, Kiwi Pale.
The peel specifically of a kiwi is disgusting.
That would be the worst part. That is true. The Kiwi Pale Ale, brewed from Ground Up Brewing. Let's see. They have a couple of things on their can. So one part of the can says, "Where it all began, we put our necks on the line. But then again, what were we worried about? Loaded with the lushest New Zealand hops and backed with the finest selection of homegrown malts, it's no surprise the KPA became a cult classic." They also list like the beer contains water, malted barley, hops, yeast, and they say the can you hold in your hand is full of fresh, unpasteurized, and unfiltered beer. Please keep cold and drink fresh. They also say, what happens when a couple of dirtbag climbers open a brewery? It's been an epic journey, but the summit is now in view. We will keep on pushing. It's all we know. We are just a couple of punks lost in an industry of cool. This is brewing on the edge from the ground up.
Nice. Wait, this is like actually from New Zealand, right?
This is actually from New Zealand.
Okay, yeah,
it's not
we
like
didn't buy it at
like,
the store here or something.
Correct. No,
yeah,
it was purchased in New Zealand and brought.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, brought back.
It's been through customs.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like a run-of-the-mill pale ale.
Yeah, it had a ton of head.
Yeah, when you poured it, it was like 60% head.
Yes, it was. You ready?
Yeah, let's try it.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah, it is actually good.
I couldn't tell you that there's anything different about any other pale ale I think I've ever had.
Yeah. I don't really taste too much kiwi.
Yeah, I don't taste any of the peel. There's no hairs in this at all. But it's good. I mean,
that is actually that is good. I guess I keep saying actually. I don't mean that, but I'm not much of a pale like IPA guy or like pale ale kind of guy.
Well, I was gonna say I love pale ales now, not IPAs. Just a regular like pale ale like this. They got just a little bit more to them.
I like it.
Yeah, no, it's good. I don't know that I would go all the way to New Zealand just to get it, but I'm glad that it's here with us now.
Yeah, well, that is close to like as far away as you could possibly go from here.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the like furthest spots that you could go to just to get a beer.
Just to get a beer, yeah, that's true. Like that documentary that I think Apple TV or something released a little while ago, like the world's longest beer run or whatever.
What?
There's like a documentary that they released. I never watched it. I don't know. But it's the title of it. It's like the world's longest beer run. And there's like a guy who ends up getting like conscripted into the army. I think it's like during World War II or something, or Vietnam or something. And he like...
Just for a beer?
Yeah, something. I don't know. That's the crux of it. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe I need to watch it. But so it's from New Zealand, right? And for whatever reason, this just put me through the train of thought of like, why is it called New Zealand?
Oh yeah, well, like where's Zealand?
Where is Zealand?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's
there
fair.
is a Zealand. So that's what we're gonna be,
or was.
There is.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're going to be talking about. I guess the broader topic today is going to be like cities with new in it, and like why do we have so many cities named New whatever?
Yeah.
Right. So there is a Zealand. It is located in the Netherlands.
Oh.
So New Zealand as a country or as like a place was first settled by Polynesians and they were there for like hundreds of years. But in 1642, some Dutch dude saw it from a ship, right? Yeah. And so he scribbles it on a map, and then he thinks that he has the rights then to name it because he's the first one to like chart it somewhere.
Yeah.
And so he names it after a city where he was from, Zealand. So he just names it New Zealand.
All right.
And it was actually funny as I was like researching these. That happened a lot, and we'll kind of talk about it a little bit later. But a lot of it was just like a European saw it, and they I guess couldn't think of anything better, so they name it after something from their like home, and then also typically later on, specifically the English, slightly changed the name. That's like how we get to where we're at today.
Okay.
So the original Zealand is spelled Zeeland, and then when the English started saying it, whatever, they added the A for whatever reason.
Of course, phonetically it makes no difference, but
yeah, but that's why it's spelled with an A now.
Okay.
So, do you have a guess as to what the word Zealand means? Remember, they're Dutch. That's originally been.
Okay. Zealand. I'm gonna say island.
More or less, I guess. It literally means.
I was gonna say sea and land.
Yeah, that is. Okay. It just means sea land.
And then I was like, "That's stupid. It's probably island."
No, it literally is just sea land, and they named it that because, like, again, I guess, it's just an island nation.
Yeah, that's a great name, honestly.
Yeah, very apt.
Yeah.
So, like, again, like that got me thinking of like even just like broader strokes of like there's like a bunch of places that are just new something, right? Yeah. And so like I looked into this and I was like, okay, well they've got to come from somewhere, right? We have New York,
yep,
which was named after a city of York in England.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's also New Jersey.
Yep, Jersey.
New Delhi in India.
Yes. Which they renamed it after an already their own already established city.
Yeah, it's in the same country as Delhi and then New Delhi.
That is a funny one.
We also have New England, which of course, just New England.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Yes.
New Hampshire.
Yep, yeah.
New Mexico.
Yes, yeah.
There's also New Glasgow.
Okay, where's that?
I don't know, actually.
Okay, all the other ones I know roughly where they are.
Okay, I'm going to list off a whole bunch of more here, okay? In the world, there's also New Hamburg.
Yeah, okay.
New Haven.
Yes.
New Madrid.
Did not know that one.
New London.
Didn't know that one.
New Bloomfield.
Nope.
New Florence.
I'm just going to tell you when I know the next one.
New Hampton. New Cambria. Newtown. And all of those ones that I just listed in a row there are all located in Missouri.
Oh, really?
Those are all Missouri towns. They're all within driving distance of us. I've never heard of a single one. I guess
I've never heard.
I've never heard of a single one of those. I've heard of Mexico, Missouri, but that's it. Oh, there's another one even. New Mel.
Yeah.
New Mel. That didn't even pop up on the list of cities when I was looking.
Dude, I would say I'm waiting for someone to real tongue in cheek, be like Newer Jersey, or
Newer,
just to
dude,
real,
that'd be hilarious.
or New York, just to giant middle finger to you in your naming convention.
That would be awesome. All right, let's take a break.
Let's take a quick break.
Hey everyone, if you're looking for another show to check out, I have a great one for you called Lexicon. If you can't tell what the show is from the name, then you probably need it more than anyone. In the show, TJ breaks down the history, origins, and even myths behind different words and phrases. Some of the ones he has already done are shit, measles, and the names of the days of the week. So for any of you that might be a word nerd or just a fan of language, I highly recommend Lexicon.
Okay, this has nothing to do with anything. But during my initial search of places with new in the name, there's a ton in the world. There's a bunch.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
So I limited it to, I saw New Madrid and I saw it was in Missouri. So I was like, let me see how many places are in Missouri named New something, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I looked through the list of cities and towns in Missouri. There is a place called Neck City, Missouri.
Oh, Neck City.
Neck City.
Nice. Hey, these, because I'm assuming since I've never heard of any of these new places in Missouri, they're not very big. But what a presumptuous New London population 250 You're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, you
It didn't
ended
go
up
anywhere.
nowhere near London. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Madrid or whatever, Florence, whatever aspiring city you try to name yourself after.
There actually is a new Florence in the world.
Yeah, I think you said that one. That
Okay,
was,
yeah.
I guess I didn't remember if it was Missouri or specific or not, but
Yeah, it is in Missouri. Okay, so typically cities are named this like all in the Western world. They're all in the New World. And specifically for whatever reason, like America really likes to do this. There's a bunch of towns named New something in America,
yeah.
but that's because
I think a lot of that came from the people establishing the colonies, though.
yes, okay.
I would say
is.
it's
It's because mostly Europeans were the ones like exploring.
Yeah.
And therefore like naming things, just like with like the Dutch naming New Zealand. So when they found these places or when they settled somewhere new, I guess they just couldn't think of anything better.
yeah,
They couldn't think of a name.
Yes.
So they just said new whatever. That's it.
To be fair, it is hard to like come up with a random city name.
Just
like,
pull something
off
out of
the
thin
cuff.
air.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're genuinely, unless you like name it like after someone kind of thing, you know.
That's true.
You're just combining sounds.
I'm trying to think of one like right now.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like it's like Callerton.
Look it
Or
up.
like
Look it up. See if
something
that's,
that's just like
see if that's a town. Callerton. How do you spell that?
it's 2 L's.
C-A?
Yeah.
Callerton. Callerton.
Oh, it is.
It is, dude.
It's in the UK. It should have been New Callerton.
Yeah. New Callerton. Dude, yeah, that's crazy.
But like, it's just like, yeah, it is an odd like make something. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the song Istanbul by They Might Be Giants, right? The one that was in the Animaniacs.
Not Constantinople.
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a line in there where they say, even old New York was once New Amsterdam.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
And that's true, actually.
Yeah.
So specifically, New York has gone through several name changes throughout its history. So it was like, obviously something, who knows now what the Native Americans called it.
Yeah.
Then when it was settled.
I'm sure someone does actually know, but
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, we don't.
I don't know. But so then when it was settled, it was New York. Or no, it was New Amsterdam first.
Yeah.
And then New York. And it was briefly named New Orange
Ooh.
City.
I like that.
And then they changed it from that back to New York again.
Is that why Syracuse? Aren't they like the Orange Men?
Oh, maybe.
I wonder if that might be related. I don't know.
That might be related. I don't know. That's true, though.
I think they're like
It was
Orange,
because of some
Syracuse
like
Orange or something.
okay, so usually these happen whenever there's a change in administration.
Yeah.
Cities will change names
Yes.
because they, don't like, I guess, using the old names. But New York is an exception of like they changed it back again, and then they just like the colonists just kept it. Which I think if during the Revolutionary War, like if they would have just changed the name, I don't think anybody would have like balked at that.
Yeah.
But it was just iconic, I guess, at the time already. So New York, and
Yeah.
now I mean, New York is definitely way more famous than the first York.
York, yeah, yeah, exactly.
The only thing I know about York is the mints that I don't like.
Yeah,
York peppermint patties.
Yeah, is York different than Yorkshire?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah,
I have
alright,
no
okay.
idea.
No way to know.
Somebody write in, please, and correct. Yeah, there's no way to tell.
know.
Who could say? Who's to say? But so this also like kind of like led me down the path of like I didn't think about it, but there are still new towns being formed.
Yeah, yeah, it is weird.
It's at a much slower rate.
Yeah.
But there are still new towns being formed. So I do know that there was in the U.S. a new city just popped up in Minnesota. The newest city in the U.S. is Empire, Minnesota.
As of May 17th at 5:03 p.m. Central Time. Yeah.
Yes.
We never know, between now and
See,
release day.
but I saw that it's different because cities are technically whenever somewhere gets a population between 2,000 to 3,000 citizens. So there are also new towns popping up, but like there's a town in Missouri. When I was looking at the list, there's a town in Missouri that has 0 population. It's just land.
Oh, yeah.
So like, I guess if people move there eventually, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I guess it's a town, but
yeah, yeah. Like the whole like municipality thing is like kind of a weird.
It is kind of weird.
So I know there's like a town in Missouri that has like the highest average income. Mm-hmm. It's like crazy high, but like I think the only 2 people that live there are both like millionaires. Like it's like one of those deals. So then like their average is like, yeah, we make, millions of dollars every year. Anyone that lives in this town, it's just the 2 people.
Right.
That technically live there.
So for the US, city or town like founding is a lot slower. But for the rest of the world, like there are still like new towns being made. And so I know that one of them or one of the bigger ones planned is I hope I'm saying this right. It's all capitals.
Okay.
It's in the Saudi Arabia. It is spelled NEOM. They are presenting it as a futuristic, quote, line city, unquote, planned to be a hub for technology and innovation.
Oh,
Saudi Arabia. But it's a new town.
Yeah.
It's a totally new area. But I think that's hilarious because I think it's just like speeding into the future.
That's actually how you see the town. It's just a one line and just
maybe that's why they're calling it that, because you could just go through the one line in the city and just right through.
They named it after an English onomatopoeia.
Yeah. But there's Forest City in Malaysia, Nusantara in Indonesia, Sejong City in South Korea, Rawabi, West Bank, King Abdullah Economic City in Saudi Arabia.
I like that.
Naypyidaw in Myanmar.
Yeah.
Astana in Kazakhstan. And Putrajaya in Malaysia. So like there are still new like places in the world being created. But it is interesting now though, just like because most of the, most of the
we think
world
of
is,
like, we've inhabited where we're gonna inhabit, or like gonna establish these things where we're gonna establish them. But yeah, it is kind of, I wonder the people that were in the original cities how they feel about the new version. And like I assume it's different about like people from York versus New York. Like that was a colonial thing. Like we're establishing England over here, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like Delhi and New Delhi, like if I lived in Delhi, I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, I feel like most of the time,
you're better than us.
I feel like most of the time, like how you said with like Madrid doesn't give a fuck about New Madrid.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, nobody in Madrid knows that there's a New Madrid, Missouri.
Oh, I didn't know.
Same with London. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I bet most of the time it doesn't matter. But yeah, the Delhi one, that one's like,
that one pissed me off.
You guys suck now. Nah.
Yeah, like all of a sudden you're the new version of us, really?
Yeah, yeah. Now you get to be the capital.
Yeah, look at me.
I'm the capital now.
All right, you ready to take it to the streets?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I wasn't ready.
Can you do a New Zealand accent?
I don't even know what that sounds like. Like I can just do Australian.
Okay, what's your Australian
accent?
And
I can only say a very specific word.
Which one?
Razor blades. Rise up lights.
Oh, that's pretty
good. Dude,
what?
You just say rise up lights.
Rise up lights?
Yeah.
What? That's weird, man.
Rise up lights. That's the only phrase I can
learn that.
I think probably Luke or something.
It sounds like something from like elementary school.
Yeah, that's probably where we heard it. I can't actually do the accent because it just turns British. Like I can do a bad British accent, but like I can't do Australian.
I feel like New Zealand accent is just a little bit higher pitch and a little more eerie than Australian. So like, let's take it to the streets.
Yes, yeah, that's not bad. That's not.
Let's take it to the streets. I would like for you to read this in your accent, please.
I can't. I'm not going to. That's just not going to work. All right, for the review this week. Great if you're like me and like the idea of an IPA, but rarely find one you like.
We established
this is not an IPA.
Yeah.
This is a pale ale. Perfect amount of apple and floral hoppiness with strong scent of hops.
I didn't. Apple.
Taste apple. Wow. I thought it was kiwis.
It was just a mistake. I did not get apple.
I didn't get apple.
There was no apple, I don't think.
I thought I think this person thinks it's an IPA, so it's different. But I liked it. I thought it was a good pale ale.
Yeah, no, I did think it's a really solid pale ale. Dude, their government warning is different. I just noticed that on the can.
Oh yeah, because they don't have the Surgeon General.
Yeah, it just says pregnancy warning, and it has like it has a very clearly pregnant lady with like the red circle with the slash through it. It just says, alcohol can cause lifelong harm to your baby.
Hey, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Thanks for listening. As always, if you want to like or subscribe, please follow us on Instagram at shortpourpodcast or send us a suggestion through email at shortpourpod@gmail.com.
And as always, whether you pour short
or long,
always finish.